Okay, there's a bazillion tanks for boot sale this weekend, boot camp weekend. And so I'm going to do what I'm going to call a scramble here. We're going to do a review on the fly because I have them pretty much all of them, and it's just going to take way too long for me to go through each one individually. So what we're going to do is we're going to run battles and take a look at each tank, and I'll talk about them as the counter goes down. So let's go and have some fun. That way we can maybe keep the time down below an hour. Oh, look. Oh, they put me back on the West server again. We're going to switch that. All right. See you on the battlefield in a minute here. All right. T2 Light Tank. T2 Light Tank does not get preferential matchmaking. It is one of the few Tier 2 premium tanks. In fact, I can't... Offhand, aside from the gift tanks, I can't think of any other premium tanks, except for maybe the M3 Lite that they sell once in a while. But this is really the only Tier 2 premium tank that World of Tanks offers. And it does not get preferential matchmaking, unfortunately. As you can see, it's an autoloader. I am terrible with autoloaders. I've been told to use auto-aim. But I hate using auto-aim. Maybe I'll try it on this match. I hit the BT7. Or BT2. He's aptly named himself Noob. Uh-oh. One of the issues with the T2 light tank is that it is slow turning. It is not a very fast turning tank, so when you make a sharp turn, it actually will slow the tank down. This is never a good thing, but that's how it is with this tank. Where'd that T82 go? It's making me very nervous. Oh, and there's a Valentine AT also. T127, he's going to kick my butt. So I'm just going to try to get out of here. Oh, this is not good. Man, I am in the lion's den for sure. So I get around this guy. Okay, we might be able to finish him off if I can. No, I can't even damage him, so I'm just gonna run away because there's no point in me trying to screw around with that dude. We'll make him panic a little bit. So this is kind of a mayhem tank. I mean, it's not ever going to be a strong force unless you're a top tier. And if you're a top tier in the Tier 2 battle, this tank is a lot of fun. But in this kind of situation, you're really at the mercy of your team. You're not going to ever do tons of damage. Make that guy come back over here, and I'm going to get out of here. But, the whole point is to distract and draw away from what's going on. And so far, that worked. The T127 is a nasty tank. He probably will kill me here. I'm going to try to scoot around him. I'm not even going to bother shooting at him. I'm just going to get out of here. Oh. Well, yeah, I'm not great with this tank. I've only got about 30-some battles with it. I don't really like it. I personally think that there are better ways to spend your gold, but it's so cheap this weekend. I mean, it's going to be, I want to say 325 gold, and that's cheap. So, I mean, if you want to have every tank, it's definitely worth having. There's some guys that absolutely love this thing. One of the issues with this tank is it has miserable view range. It's a really low, maybe like 260, I think, is the max view range. If you add binocs, that'll boost up to 330 when you're sitting still. 298 with the coated optics. But I feel like, I think we're going to lose this one. I just feel like it's not like that. I mean, if you get in a situation like this, you're really kind of useless. So anyway, just not my style of tank. Some people like these. It is fun on Tier 2, but you get a Tier 3 or Tier 4 battle, and it sucks. I'm sorry. This will never see Tier 4 by itself. So that's the T2 light tank. Next, I should mention that the T2 light tank has the highest top speed of obviously any Tier 2, and pretty much holds record, I think, up until maybe Tier 4, Tier 5. So it's a pretty fast little tank. This is the next tank up. It's the M22 Locust, Tier 3 American Premium Light Tank. As you can see here, it does not get preferential matchmaking. So whereas the T2 Light Tank will only see 2 and 3, this one sees 3, 4, and 5. So this is going to be a bumpy ride. And really, there aren't many tier 4s even on this map. It's mostly all tier 5, so I'm definitely scout on this one. Now, I do find that this tank more often than not is top tier, and those kind of battles are pretty fun. In a top tier match, this tank actually has a pretty good gun. So the pro for this tank is definitely the gun and the top speed of 64, 62 kilometers per hour. It's pretty fast. It's got good camo. It's a good little light tank. And like I said, the gun is decent. Now, in tier 5, the gun's really not going to do much of anything, but, you know, whatever. It's a pure scout at this point. I'm pulling this bush up here. Oops, not really in there. Am I? Now, I don't have Sixth Sense, so I don't know if I'm spotted. I probably am, but I'm going to hang out for a minute and see what happens. I don't see any bullets coming my way yet. I think I'm lighting all these people up, so... I hate to move, but I think I'm going to need to move up to these bushes because I don't feel like this is safe. So hopefully they haven't seen me yet. I haven't fired any shots. So this tank can be a brawler, but it can also be a good scout. And obviously here we're doing some scouting. It has, with the coated optics that I'm running on it, it has close to 400 feet view range, and our team is completely falling apart. So it's got a decent view range for a tier 3 tank. The downsides, one of the weaknesses of this tank is the fact that it turns, when you turn, you bleed off a ton of speed. So the maneuverability is pretty poor. It's not a good thing at all. Oh, jeez. Okay, I was going to go get that SU-76. Now the Chinukai knows where I am. Dang it, I got to get out of here. Matilda's got me. I'm probably going to die. See here, it takes a long time to get this tank rolling, so the mobility is not that good. It's actually fairly poor. And when you're in situations like this where you have to get away, I probably am not going to make it. And when you, like, once again, when you turn, the tank really slows down, so it's not good there either. So as a mobility scout, it's not great. But once again, since most of your battles are tier 2 and 3, or I'm sorry, 3 and 4, it's not a huge important thing because most of the time you're brawling. So, and the tank actually has some pretty decent armor. Against the PZ-1C, I have beaten them. The PZ-1C probably would be the best or strongest tier 3 scout. Oh, yeah, I got spotted. Well, he was right next to me too. But yeah, the PZ-3 is probably the best, you know, tier 3 scout. And my little tank, of course, can beat it once in a while. So, you know, I like this tank. It's a lot of fun. I have a pretty good record with it. I think I have about 120 battles and a 54% win rate. We can take a look at back in the garage here. Okay, so I have 181 games, a 54% win rate. I average about 360 experience a battle, which is not bad for a tier 3 tank. So, yeah, it's a good tank. Like I said, it's not super mobile. The mobility is where it really struggles. Now, the next tank that we're going to look at here, and this is the T-15, is the opposite. The gun is not as good. It's a tier 2 gun with 42 penetration. If we look here in the locust has a tier 3 gun, and it's not going to show me the stats because it's in battle. Thanks. We'll look on the board here. Okay. 56 pen, 40 damage. So while this tank does a little more damage, it's got much lower pen, 42. So it's still, they're both low, honestly. However, this tank doesn't suffer the slowdown when you turn. It is a much, I don't want to say it's more agile. It's a little bit slower, but the traverse is much faster, and the tank really doesn't lose speed when you're turning. And that's very important for a scout tank to be able to get away. Like in that situation, I probably would have been able to get away from those enemies. Well, I did in the Locust too, but I got hit several times because it just takes so long to get it going. So this tank is a little more mobile. So I think between the two of them, I personally prefer the T-15, but the Locust is a lot of fun too. So let's go ahead and run this guy. So our T-15, one of the pros is that it has 20 more on the view range than the Locust. So you're at 400, whereas the T-15 is about 379. This tank is going to be right at the 400 mark. Now, as you can see here, same con that the Locust gets, it does not get premium matchmaking, or it does not get preferential matchmaking. So you will see Tier 5. And we are here in a battle where I am Tier 5, which sucks because this tank can't do a whole lot to Tier 4, Tier 5 tanks. But it is what it is. Where did this guy go? And I need to... He's going to be ready for me now, and I got somebody coming up, but hopefully this heavy tank will protect my butt. Yeah. This guy's got that stupid... Yeah, and I'm doing really stupid here. I should be immobile if I can, but I'm kind of bogged down, so... Oh, are you kidding me? Total luck shot there, and the Lee's going to kill me. Yep. I cannot believe I bounced that. I'm getting out of here. Now. Yep. Great. So that happens too. And, you know, once again, when you're, I don't know what's going on tonight. I've had all of my battles so far have been bottom tier battles. So, oh well, whatever. But this tank is a lot of fun on tier. And it's also fun in these kind of tiers. I just, you know, was not playing well there. And, of course, got a really unlucky shot from that T-82 that pretty much killed everything. So that was a good shot on his part. Good game. Looks like we're going to lose this one, too. So here's their way of being nice to me and giving me a top-tier battle by sticking me at the bottom of a bunch of Panzer 1Cs. I'm so screwed. This is the T-127. It is a light tank in a light tank sense and not in a scout sense. It's definitely made for fighting other light tanks because it has decent armor and a pretty fast-firing gun that has a decent amount of penetration. It does have preferential matchmaking, so you will only ever see tier 3 and 4. The cons, of course, come on, guys, seriously. The cons, of course, are going to be... it's slow. Because of that armor, it is the slowest scout. Another con would be that the back armor is pretty weak, but the front armor is good. So it's kind of like a buff LTP is really what it is. If you can imagine the LTP with some chutzpah, a little more armor, a little heavier bearing, that's what this guy is. Here's these stinking PC-1Cs. And it has the similar gun to the LTP, but the gun is, of course, you know, trying to hit these fast-moving targets. It's not going to be much good. But the gun fires a little bit faster than the LTP gun. It's a little bit more accurate than the LTP gun. Other than that, it's the same stat. So as far as damage and that kind of stuff go, it's about the same. Where did this other guy go? Yeah. I think there's one behind me, though. I'm a little concerned about that. Yeah, goodbye. So, we'll take care of this little infestation here on our side. Unfortunately, most of my team is dead already. Oh my god. I just can't believe the teams tonight. This is absolutely ridiculous. I did win my Locust battle, so that's good news, even though I didn't really do a whole lot aside from spotting. But that's really what that tank is supposed to do, so... PZ-38. I'll take that. Oh man, that guy's got a wicked gun. Look how much damage he did in one hit. Come on, guys, help me out here. Of course, the last shot has to bounce. Always. Always the last shot. Why am I getting so much lag? Great. This sucks. Oh, and another PZ-1C. So we turn into a base defender here. I don't really love doing that, but Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to kill this M3 Stewart. And then I'll try to deal with these guys behind us. It's just... Can't have these guys behind us. Yeah. Oh, come on. Really, guys? Why does my team have to be absolute crap? Stewart's still around. You know, I mean, we're in big trouble here. Yeah, I'm pretty much a goner, but... well, I tried. I can't help stupid, dumb teams. But you can see there what a little brawler that tank is. And, you know, look at that. Yeah. 670 damage, 4 kills, and our team was just a bunch of morons. So, anyway, whatever. But this is a great tank. I think out of all of the tier 3s that are for sale, this is the one that I definitely would recommend out of all of them. That's my favorite tank of the premium light tanks because of that. I mean, just you saw how I romped it. So we're going to run the T15 again. Man, they must be really hurting for scouts tonight because at least it's not tier 5. But, you know, in these tanks, usually in the T15 and in the M22 Locust, I am almost always top tier. And then once in a while I get thrown into bottom tier battle. Well, tonight, every single battle is at least 1 tier below. So, whatever. Okay. So, hopefully I will survive this one and do a little better. But I wanted you to see this tank, its performance compared to the Locust. Because, at least in the Locust battle, I got to do some stuff. And this one, I just ran out and died in the first 2 seconds. So, this is the redemption battle. The Lux, by the way, is a blast. No pun intended. It gets that little high penetration auto loader gun. That's just hilarious. Great for finishing off enemy tanks. You let the big tanks do all the work and then you show up and kill them. BT7. But I'll tell you, it'll be nice when I get 6 cents for this tank. So I hate not knowing if I'm spotted or not. I'm going to sit up here. Kind of look around. I guess I could push up a little bit into the bushes here. So I'm fairly well hidden, I think. Yep. Does he see me? Nope. And I'm not shooting at him. Oh, and here's part of being a scout. And I'm not a great scout, but I have my moments. I wonder if you can see me. I guess nobody's shooting at me, so... The PZ1C has so much more oomph than this thing, but... that also happens. So, oh, they got a lot of AFKs. Wow. That sucks for their team. And their BT7's coming my way, which means I'll probably be spotted any time now. Yep, and that was stupid. I shouldn't have fired my gun. But now the Hetzer knows I'm here, so I can expect to get blasted any moment. I don't think he was using the big gun. It looked like he was using the little derpy gun, or the DPM gun. I gotta get out of here. Now, none of these tanks back up very quickly, but obviously their teammates weren't skilled enough to kill me. Somebody should probably take that BT7 out. Why is he calling for help? What do you need help with? Like, those are the only 2 targets on the map. They're all running out there and getting exposed. Oh, God. There's the Hetzer. There's the T28. I'm in a tank that I'm actually afraid of the T28. That's the only tank But the T-28 actually, I'm afraid of him. Oh my gosh. These guys are ridiculous. Good. Gosh. I mean, we're going to lose. There's just, we can't win this. Yeah, I can't hit him, but we got another artillery. I should probably turn around and go after that guy. Here comes the AMX. They're all coming after me. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm going to do the best I can to stay alive, but I'm probably not going to get away. There's I'll get away from that AMX though. But yeah, everybody knows I'm here. It's like I might as well not even have camouflage. You know, some of these tanks disappear. Yeah, mine doesn't. PZ-38NA. The PZ, he's coming for me. You know, vindication for that poor tank, because that tank did not deserve the matchmaking that it got. But I'm never going to be able to kill him, you know. Oh my gosh. Stuggy B. They're all shooting at me. Man, they're terrible. Why am I going so slow? Jeepers criminy. Yeah. It was worth it. Good game. We're worth it. All right. Next battle. So that's how a battle in the T-15 should go. Isn't that fun? That was fun. All right, so this is the Valentine II. This is one of my earliest premium tanks. And, you know, this tank gets super duper preferential matchmaking. In other words, it never sees anything higher than Tier 4. So every battle is a Tier 4 battle. Now, when the Martyr 38T came out, I did a review for this tank, and the Martyr 38T was everywhere. And that thing just ripped this tank to shreds. But the Martyr 38-2 fervor is over. And so this tank, once again, has become a viable instrument of death. The Matilda still rocks this thing. The M3 Lee will rock it if you're not careful. The Hetzer will just blow this thing to shreds, which means that the Stug 3B will also be a concern. As you can see here, this is a light tank, but it's very different. It has heavy armor. It moves like a slug. It's got decent traverse speed, so it can move left and right very quickly, but as you can see going uphill here, I'm pretty much at a standstill. But the armor is fairly good. Where it sucks is the gun is absolutely 100% garbage. The gun on this tank is almost completely useless against anything but Tier 3 targets. Or really soft Tier 4 targets like Tier 4 tank destroyers. And even there, you're going to struggle. So you really have to weak spot stuff. One of the things you'll notice, though, is that it's a very low-profile tank. So there's not a lot to shoot, and you can really use the terrain to your advantage. It also has fairly decent gun depression, though it's not great. It's usable. So our team is getting curmudgeoned over there. But I want to get up here. Hopefully this will be where I'm needed. I do use Wow, that's weird position for artillery. I do use a spall liner on this tank because it is artillery's favorite target because it is so slow. And you can see here now I'm clipping along at 23 kilometers per hour, pretty much top speed on flat ground. So it's it's not so good. But I want to get into the city here and kind of help out if I can. Though it seems like these guys are everywhere, so we'll see what happens. Now I do carry a couple gold rounds, but even the gold rounds I think are only like 70 pen. So you're dealing with a very useless gun. And running into this B1 will be funny because he won't be able to penetrate me. Rob Roy McGregor there, though, he's going to be a problem. Like I said, that Stug B has the same gun as the Hetzer, and that gun can just tear this tank to shreds. So this is all bad. A bright spot. I weak spotted him. Can I hit that Sheehy from here? Yes. You can see, just like all these little tiny guns, it's a fast-firing gun, which is cool. Where was the... Whoop. Where did Stuggy go? Did he die? Why, he did. Stug Boy is dead. There goes the Lee. Ah, good team for a change. Oh. But as you can see, this tank is... The gun does make it somewhat ineffective. It's not completely, totally ineffective, but... It's pretty accurate. Dang it. Yeah. Yep. You know. Yeah, when a light tank is giving you a hard time, you know you're... on top, too. Yeah. Let's go help with that Matilda. The interesting question, though, is where did their tank destroyers go? They got 2 tank destroyers out there. Are they heading to our base? Where are they? Where did they go? Oh, there's the Panzer III. Wink. You bounce. I'm a little behind him. Oh, and he stops, of course. Well, somebody got him. 1 tank destroyer left. Whee! Push this baby into overdrive. What's fun is when you can platoon, you know, like 2 of these with a PZB2 or 3 of these together and then focus fire because you all fire at the same rate. It's like pow, 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 pow. It's pretty funny. But that's true of pretty much any heavily armored tank, like even the Matilda. Any of the Matildas are fun with that kind of blasting going on. So it looks like we got this one in the bag. I'm just going to keep my eyes peeled for that other tank destroyer because he has disappeared, seemingly. So once again, if you're looking for a tank that only ever sees Tier 4, this is a good, actually, premium tank for beginners because it's got good armor. Like I said, the gun sucks, but in a way that's good because it teaches you how to weak spot stuff. And then, you know, it only sees Tier 4, so it's kind of fun to play. It's a good kid's tank, you know. You get a young teenager who's learning how to play. It's a good start. Yeah, there we go. Boop. I don't know how I even scored anything on that one, but... Okay, next. So the Ram 2 Pros. Decent armor. It's got the British 2-pounder gun. This is a Canadian M4, basically. That 2-pounder gun is a very fast fire rate. I think it's every 2 seconds or less you're firing a shot. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but it has okay pen. So it's an okay gun. You have to kind of work with it. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect. The cons. The tank is kind of slow moving. It can get penetrated fairly easily. Okay, Ram 2 Pros. Fast-firing gun. It's the British 2-pounder. Same gun as seen on the Matilda BP. Same gun that is on the Churchill III. It's just a very fast-firing, somewhat, but not totally accurate gun. It has trollish armor, so the front is fairly armored, and it does bounce a decent amount of shots, though there are weak spots. And the sides even bounce shots sometimes, so it's not horrible. The downsides, the tank is kind of sluggish. For a medium tank, it's about 38 kilometers per hour, which is not very fast. Probably due to some of that frontal armor. The other issue that I have with it is that it doesn't get the preferential matchmaking. So it sees tiers 5, 6, and 7. There's a couple tier 5s that are like that, so it's not alone in that, but it does make it a little harder. This tank, you know, it can handle a tier 7 match, but it ain't easy. But I really like this tank, and I have a fairly good win rate with it. And many battles. I think definitely over 200 battles. It's a good tier 5 tank. Go on, scouts. Light them up. Get out there. Do your job. What's this guy doing sitting up on the ridge? And me not hitting anything. You know, it's funny, that really does, that Panzer III, you can really see.
That one bounced.
Shh. Everybody's hitting these guys.
That one didn't go through.
Yeah.
Critical
Oh,
hit.
did I mention that it is somewhat of a lower penetration gun? I believe the stat is like 110 or something like that. So you are going to bounce shots. It's not going to penetrate everything that you fire at. But the hope is you penetrate more than you bounce. Yeah. Not that there's any artillery to protect, really, but do we want this guy driving through? Causing trouble? All right. No, just in time to not do anything. Pardon me. Pushing the limits. Rolling back down to 30. Now, you know there's a tank destroyer or something down in there in the woods, so got to be kind of careful. But if I can just get over this ridge and get down on the crest, I'll be safe. Just gonna surprise this dude. Give him a little pancake surprise. Yeah. He went over. Wow. I got my butt. Oh, he's going to kill our Churchill III.
We didn't even scratch them. Penetration.
The Churchill I's a good tank. It's not a good tank to go up against in this thing. He's got a fairly high penetration gun. Where are all their guys, though? We're still missing a lot of tanks. I guess if those guys want to sit back there, that's fine. If they have tank destroyers over on the 2 line, because these guys are getting ripped to shreds by our hill team. So we can... I feel like I'm not doing anything, even though I'm trying to flank here and help them by getting a better position on the enemy. There they all are.
Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration. Penetration. Penetration.
Yeah, and he won't be able to keep up with my amazing rate of fire, though. He has a good gun. There's the Hetzer.
Penetrate their armor.
Yeah, not coming back up there. Until that Hetzer is gone. I love hearing the transmission changes. It's like brrrr. Hetzer. You muffed it. Whoops. Oh. Yes, they did. All right, we got to bring him back to life. Hopefully I'll be able to get under this hill before he gets another chance to shoot at me. Oh, no. Where did that Matilda come from? Got to be smarter than the Hetzer. I got a patrol duty. Sometimes you got to play the scout. I mean, I really do. I have 500 damage, but it wasn't the top scorer on the team by any means. But I got 1,200 spotting assistance damage. That's great. Hey. Okay, next tank. All right, Matilda BP. One of those premium tier 5 tanks that gets preferential matchmaking, so it only ever sees tier 6. Unfortunately, it doesn't do so good on tier 6, and here we have a fairly tier 6 battle, so we'll see how it goes. It does seem to get tier 5 top tank battles a lot, and that's a nice thing about it, but, you know, you get some bad ones too, so this is one of those. Hopefully I'll be able to do something. The Matilda has a couple weaknesses. The primary weakness, of course, is that it's ridiculously slow. I mean, like, about the same speed or slower than the Churchill III slow. Look at that. The Churchill III is actually beating me. Yep. It has a very strong gun, though. So it has the same 2-pounder that the Ram 2 has. So it fires very quickly. Does itsy-bitsy damage, but does a lot of it. And it does it quickly. It can deal it out very quickly. It also has decent gun depression. So you can use that to your advantage when hiding or peeping out to shoot. Look at these idiots coming up all the way out. Just wait till he gets here and then kill him. Or bounce. And here comes the artillery. And I'm actually going to go down the middle because now they've opened it up. Poor 843. Every time I see one of those guys driving one of those, I feel bad for them because I've been through it. And I really like the tank. It just gets screwed for some reason. And it's pretty soft, so, I mean, it's an easy kill. It's probably not the best idea to pop up here, but I see some targets of opportunity.
We've damaged them.
You see 72 damage, yeah. We'll put him out. Okay, now I gotta get out of here because we got a KV-1 and a Kehoe coming down the alley. The Kehoe I'm not so worried about, though maybe I should be. He's fast and he's got a fast firing gun. Now, this is where this tank is not going to be strong. Yep. And you know that Kehoe is coming. Yep. Come on. Who hit me? Was that artillery? What's shooting at me? And you know the Kehoe's got me spotted. And he's actually got a pretty decent gun. The Kehoe does. Ah! Who is that? Somebody's sitting up there. Yep, there he is. Oh, Cromwell. Well, I guess the best I could do is keep them busy. Man, these guys want me bad. Look at this. They're all coming after me. Yeah, he's coming right down here.
Enemy armor is hit.
Ah, frickin' Cromwell.
Enemy hit.
Really?
Everyone get out.
And that's the problem with not being mobile. You know? Oh, that was great. I did what I could. I did okay, too. Not bad. 720 is pretty decent experience. Yeah, it's a multiplier. Yeah, whatever. I do like this tank. It's not, compared to the Matilda IV, it's not my favorite. I still like the Matilda IV better, but I do like this tank. I wish it did a little more damage, but I'm happy with the penetration for sure. So let's see what our stats are anyway. I just probably would check this on this one because I think it's pretty high. Yeah, 54 battles, 56 win rate. That's average. But my Matilda, and that's what we're going to look at next here, is this Matilda IV. This king has a special place in my heart. I got 308 battles with a 60% win rate. With some of the differences, the Matilda IV is faster than the Matilda BP by several kilometers per hour. The gun is lower penetration. It's right around the 90 mark, I think, maybe 89 or 91 or something like that. So it definitely has a difficult time penetrating heavier tanks. And it's a lower rate of fire, but it has a higher amount of damage that it does. So, and it also has a much better gun depression. This tank has one of the best gun depressions in the game, and it really allows you to do hide and peek shooting, so that you can really abuse that terrain and use it to your advantage. So I like that about this tank, and I've really learned how to use it kind of like a spider on the side of a hill. You know, you really spider around, and people get pretty frustrated with you because they can't really damage your gun mantle. So this is a cool tank. I really enjoy my Matilda, and once again, it gets the preferential matchmaking, so it only sees tiers 5 and 6, more often 5 than not. Man, a lot of tanks are going this way. I'm going to go the other way. I don't really like going this way, and obviously... What the heck, guys? Well, we're just going to hold, because obviously we have no backup, or I have one Matilda. Well, the Matilda, we could probably hold off a lot of tanks by ourselves. Our heavies have gone to the middle line, which is completely useless, and now he's just sitting there, one of the KVs. It's great. That's what we need. Need you to go somewhere and just sit there uselessly. So we're going to cover this outside flank. And we're going to use the terrain. And there is no artillery in this match, thankfully. So hopefully this will go our way. And here comes the PZ-1C. Poor sucker. But you can see here, even though it's slower than the BP, it's still a decent rate of fire. So, you know, and it does a lot more damage for that fire. I think we're gonna move up. Yeah. So now I want to get down here. But you'll see here, I'll very slowly, in a race of slugs, pass this Matilda BP. Oh. He ran out of room. And now he's... So, we're going to get onto terrain here that does not favor this tank. This flat road stuff is no good. But we need to do something because obviously our team is having a hard time on the other side. This guy's going to present me a problem because he's got hard armor. The Stug G. Where are these guys? Can I hit them? No. No. And no. Panzer S-35. Nope, they're all out of scope. This is pretty even still, actually. Whoops, now everybody knows I'm here. And I'm in a really bad position, but so is that Hetzer, man. What was he thinking? Oh, what was that? Nice lag. I'll blame it on lag. Oh, come on, guys. Does he not? What is going on with my gun? Why is it firing so freaking high? Oh. Did you see that? That was really bizarre. There, now it fired right on. Yeah. Uh-oh. This is bad, 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 bad. I need to get out of the Stug's firing range. There, now it's firing straight. That was so weird. Somebody else is hitting me. Dang it. Shouldn't have sat out. That was stupid. But, and I used a gold round on him just because I didn't feel like screwing around. Okay, so don't have much left. Definitely spotted by something, but I'm going to move up. Oh, yeah, that's who was hitting me. Is he going to be stupid enough to attack me? Yes. Not that he could really have done anything else, but yeah, well, you got to do what you got to do, right? I feel like there probably were other targets that would have been easier for him to kill than me. Poor little S-35. That tank should never see Tier 5. I don't know why they have it set up like that, but it's really rough matchmaking. Wow, what are these guys doing? They must have been AFK or... I don't know. I'd be crying, screaming bloody murder if I was on their team. All right. What we got here? Nope. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. What is going on with the gun's accuracy tonight, man? Yeah, and of course, the one that I do hit bounces. Mm-hmm. He disappeared, of course. Mm-hmm. He's going to kill the Kehoe. Yeah. Well, there's not a whole lot I can do, but would have been nice to get a top gun, but no, I had to miss 8 shots in a row, so I swear I have been playing that tank forever. Obviously, I have 300 battles in it. I have never missed that many shots in this tank. I don't know what was going on there, if there's a problem with my internet or something, but that was really weird. I've never had that kind of issue before with this gun. So the gun is not super accurate, but I've never missed 5 or 6 shots in a row when I'm dead aimed on them. That's very strange and not normal behavior for that tank. So I don't know what was going on there, but as you can see, it did okay. I love this tank. It suits me well, you know. So next, T-25. While not my favorite, I feel like this is probably the best and easiest to operate of the German medium trainers. There are three. You have the Panzer IVS, you have the Panther M10, and then you have this tank. And then you also have the small S-35. But I feel like this, out of all of them, this is probably the best tank of the group. And it's kind of a snipe. It reminds me of a Hellcat, actually. Kind of soft armor. Moderately fast-firing gun with okay penetration. Decent accuracy, though it's a little bit inaccurate. For a German gun, it's actually kind of surprisingly inaccurate. Fast mover, but slow turning speeds. Kind of like the... what was that? The M22 Locust. It does, however, not get preferential matchmaking. So you're going to see Tier 7 with it. Of all of the premium tanks that have to see Tier 7, the Tier 5 premium tanks, I would say that this one is the most capable of handling that situation. Yeah, he's probably going to be able to hit me, but I don't think so. Dag nab him. He's coming for me. I don't want him to come for me. Get out of here. Yeah. Good. Okay, now we're dealing with the M4. Can he see me? Crap, he disappeared. And I'm about to appear because of that M25. So, MT25. He's a whittle tank. Nope. Bye-bye. All right, I'm going to push up. A little... I don't... So we're going to come up behind our little dead scout friend here, hoping that his armor will slightly protect us. Hopefully I just I did get him. That probably scared the bejesus out of him. Okay, whoop. The bejeebers. And oh, they better send you fire them, but it's fire to them. Oh, little Tier 5 damage on a Tier 7 premium. Ouch! Oh. Hiding. Okay, I can get my gunner. The gunner does die frequently in this tank. To my $5,000 loss there. Yeah, come on, T20. Quit sending Tier 5s up against Tier Bazillion. Yeah, you know he's gonna... I think he's still... Where was he? Was he here? I should have paid better attention. Try to get him to shoot me. Well, he might have moved on. Though I think he would have been spotted, but... Oh, maybe I hit him. Yeah, I'm going to shoot you. Yeah, turn. Oh, perfect. Oh, are you kidding? There. Did they get that KV-1S? This is what comes from not having XVM loaded. Well, I'll take my little self across the field. And as you can see here, so we're in a Tier 7 match, and really this tank is doing just fine. It's... You know, I'm missing shots here and there. That's aggravating, but... Here I come to save the day. A mighty tank is on the way. So, Yeah, like I said, probably out of all the tier 5 tanks, I don't know. The Matilda IV is my favorite. But I think of people that want a general tank, like a generally good all-around medium tank, this is probably the best of the best. Come on, guys. But of course you can see the gun. Once again, not super accurate. Gotta wait till it's aimed all the way. And that was one of the complaints, is that this tank takes a long time to aim. And it sure does. I don't know if he can see. I don't think he can see me. Which is shocking because... No, now he does. But it's too late. And of course I didn't get the kill. That's one of the things that the DPM tanks. Oh, it's over. Well, heck, I didn't really even get to enjoy the victory. Okay. Yeah, good little tank. Good little spanker. All right, so we're going to send them to the barracks, and I'm going to put these guys in here. So here is the littlest medium. And it's a S35. And I've done a review on it recently, so if you really are super interested in this tank, go check out the review. It's a French tank that's captured, and so it's fun. You know, on tier 3, it's amazing, and I almost always get at least 4 or 5 kills in a tier 3 match. But on tier 4, it's okay, and unfortunately, this tank does not get preferential matchmaking, and most tier 3 tanks that don't get preferential matchmaking get skunked in tier 5 battles, and this is no exception because it's too slow to be a scout. It's pretty tall in the profile, and you saw in that Matilda battle, the Matilda IV battle, where I killed one of these in 2 shots. I mean, they're just... I can't hold up. I don't know why they did that, but they did. So, off we go. So, pros. Awesome on tier 3. Top gun printer. Moderate speed, good gun. The cons, well, you're looking at it. I'm screwed. This is going to be a horrible battle. I'll do the best that I can, but I'm not going to be able to do much. I'm telling you that right up front. There's not a whole lot that I can do. I can't really penetrate any of those tanks, and I'm too slow to get away from them if they find me. So it's this is a terrible battle to just demonstrate this tank, but whatever. That's what they gave me, so. And that is what this tank gets, so it's a good thing you're seeing it, because as you can see here, I am just not fast enough to really do much of anything in this. And the amount of damage that I do, like 40 damage, is just not enough on tier 5. So I don't know why they make you do that, but all these other tanks get, you know, preferential, but not this one. So for now, I'm going to hide. Because we have a scout coming, I want to make sure I stay hidden. And I'm just going to poke around here. Yeah, maybe I'll move up. They've kind of abandoned us out here in the field, so I've got 1 tier 5 tank destroyer. Make that 2. 1 tier 3. Here comes the Stewart. Might be able to hit him. Stewie. Nope. He knows I'm here now. There. Well, that's one fun piece. Here comes the artillery. Yep. Oh, lordy. But I totally was expecting that, so I thankfully was already in motion when the artillery fired. And of course the view range is not stellar on this either, so it's not terrible, but it's not scout. Oh, come on, Kehoe. The Kehoe rocks. That's a great tank. Hopefully our artillery realizes that that guy's inbound. He just did if he didn't before. Shh. I was way behind. Come on, come on. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Got him. I've actually done some good in this battle. Hopefully artillery will not get hit now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on, get me out of here, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Yep. Hey. Yeah, what do you expect? I did pretty good, actually. So, yeah, that's what you do in a Tier 5 battle in this tank. Okay, the Chinukai. Here's another tank that does not get preferential matchmaking. It sees Tiers 5, 6, and 7. Don't like it. Not my favorite tank. In this tiering, I should be able to get a little bit of alright. I'll tell you what, the tank that I do like is right in front of me. That Kiho is one of my favorite tanks in this game. It is so small, and yet it's got a gun that's slightly worse than this gun, but it's really good. And this tank, really the only thing that the Chinukai has completely going for it is the gun. And the downside is the gun is pretty inaccurate, actually. It goes all over the place. But for a Tier 5 medium, it actually has pretty high penetration. I think it's in the 128 or 130 area, which is higher than any other of... Actually, I think of any of the Tier 5 premiums, including the new SU-85I. So it's the highest penetration. However, on the other side of things, this tank is pretty slow, as you can see. For a tank that has no armor, it's awfully slow. And it has no armor. So you have a slow tank, but there's no reason for it aside from just having maybe a crappy motor. I don't know, but it's slow as all get out. And it has no armor. So it's not an easy tank to play. I tend to run it like a tank destroyer. I keep Binox camo net, and so I run it set up like that because I feel like that is the best setup for this guy. So right now we have all kinds of craziness going on. That guy's getting the Habuki poked out of him. All right. Oh. Yeah, he has a fire extinguisher on a BT-7. Now that's commitment. I guess I carry them on some of my lower tier tanks, but a BT-7? Alright, I'm going to poke up here. They do have artillery. Hopefully I'm not spotted right now. Keep inching up. Pushing the boundaries. I'm hoping that I don't run into anybody over here, but our scout is not scouting, so... Oh, here he comes again. Yeah. Yep, there they are. Since our scouts weren't scouting, I'm now getting hit. So there's a tank destroyer over there. I did not see it, and now I'm going to die. And I'm moving over this way. Yep, and you can see the accuracy of this gun, unless you aim all the way, it's not very good. Did we get that BT-7? I want him dead. That's an interesting color. I don't think I've ever seen a Lee that's white. Weird. It was like an albino Lee. Oh no, I guess that one's kind of white looking too. Did they change the American colors? Look how white that thing looks. Weird. I will. hold real still. Yeah, and that's the gun. So you gotta rely on sniper-like. Because you have no armor, you have to play it like a sniper, but you can't kill anything because the gun won't hit anything. Hopefully that hit him. Yeah. So I've missed like 15 shots and hit one. Actually, I think I hit 3 in a row. There's the grill. And we know the SU-5 is over here. Somebody's shooting at us. Up here. SU-5. Oh, there's a rock here. I don't remember that. It's like, oh, I'll poke out here and shoot this dude. Nope. Oh. Oh, yeah, and the gun depression also sucks. I can't get my gun on him. Useless. Oh, well. So do I like this tank? Yeah, that's okay. Do I regret buying it? No. But it's definitely not my favorite of the premium tanks. I mean, there's definitely other... You see the difference between this and the T-25. It's just, you know, or the Ram 2. They're just so much more action-packed. And then they also, you know, have some armor. I mean, it's just, you know... And the Matilda and the Matilda BP both have good armor. And then more accurate guns anyway. Faster rate of fire. This thing is just so slow in firing. And it pitches all over the place. He missed the Sexton. More points, man. More points. Yeah, well. Oh, there's the BT-7. He's still alive. He's going after the artillery. Oh, well. Yeah, he's going to kill them, too. I'm impressed. Good player. Probably the best player on their team, honestly. Oh, it's so painfully slow. I'm sorry, it's not a replay, so I can't speed it up. I mean, really, this is going like 2 or 3 kilometers faster than the Matilda. Hey. So can I finally finish this guy off? Will there be justice for... Nope. For the Chinukai. Closure. Come on. Ah. I wanted to kill him. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. And so on to the heavy tanks. World of Tanks heavy tanks are denoted by pretty much one thing. Most of the Tier 5 heavy tanks have crappy armor. I'm sorry, a good armor, somewhat slow speed, and a crappy gun. So once again, good armor, crappy gun. And that essentially is what you have with the Excelsior. But the Excelsior is a little weird in that the side armor is only 30 thick. It's really, really thin. So we said a moment of prayer for our M3 Lee. One of the nice things about, I think, pretty much all of the premium Tier 5 heavy tanks is that all of them only see Tiers 5 and 6. So they all have preferential matchmaking. The Excelsior is faster than the rest. It is... Because of that light armor on the sides, it's quicker. However, it has very similar armor on the front to the Churchill III. So it's got a tough front, but weak sides and weak back. Unfortunately, it also has a really crappy gun. It's actually one of the worst guns for the Tier 5 premiums. So be prepared to be getting the crap beat out of you. And bouncing a heck of a lot of shots. If they get around you. But it's very, like I said, it does trade some of that crappy armor on the sides for mobility, which I like. Here we go already. How can I be getting hit and nobody's even there? Wow. It's a good angle. Almost hit me. What I don't understand is how can there be nobody here? There they are. Now the Churchill does not have any gun depression, so he's going to be hurting to hit me. Of course you didn't. That's because it's a KV-1S. Of course you didn't, silly. Oh. Okay. Bad move, bad move, bad move. Oh. Oh. $10,000 down the drain. Welcome to soft armor. But I pushed too far. That was completely and totally my fault. So I'm going to head this way because I want to get a better angle on some of these guys. This T-34 is in a good spot. Yeah, Tier 6 is not a whole lot of fun in this tank. Or honestly, any of the premium Tier 5 heavies. Because most of them, the armor, even though it's got great armor on Tier 5, Tier 6 of the armor just kind of becomes a joke. But so you stay low and do the best you can to cope. No shot. These guys. I feel sorry for them. Their Lee's still alive. Not for long, though. Yeah, I didn't get to hit him. AT-8? Yeah. Fat chance. Really?
We didn't even scratch them.
Of course you didn't. Well, I didn't do a whole lot, but I survived. I guess that's about all you can hope for in Tier 5 and a Tier 6. Got a couple hits. But yeah, I like the Excelsior. I was prepared to hate it. For those of you that remember, I would always make fun of it and said I would never get it. And I did get one because it went half off. And I'm really glad I got this tank. I like it. But the gun does totally suck. Okay, not bad. Not great. I mean, look how it didn't do anything. But that happens on Tier 6 battles. Like I said, on Tier 5, there are battles that, if you watch my full review of this, you'll see some funny and good battles with this tank. So, next, we're going to look at the Churchill III. I'm probably going to split this into 2 specials, or maybe into 3 sections, like heavy, medium, light. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on what I have time for. But anyway, thank you for putting up with this really long review. But it kind of gives you an idea, an overview of everything that's out there. Churchill III. Churchill III is a Russian premium tank. The pros, decent armor, preferential matchmaking. It's got that, once again, that 2-pounder gun that I like so much. The cons, it is really slow. It has those hit boxes in the front, so you can get hit in the front tracks and it counts as damage a lot of times. It side scrapes well, but overall, I feel like it's not my favorite Tier 5 premium, but it's not the worst either. I like the Excelsior better, but I like the gun on this tank better, you know. And really out of the Tier 5 premiums, this one, I want to say this one probably has the best gun of the Tier 5 premium heavy tanks. I'm going to go this way. And like I said, it's got decent armor, especially on the front. It's actually a Churchill 7 frame with a Churchill 1 turret, so hence the Churchill 3. Hey, there's a T-25. So let us hope that we can excel. Wow. Are you going to leave that side wide open, I guess? That's a really interesting maneuver. I guess we need to not get distracted. Wow. This is going to go downhill. I can tell already by the way our team is reacting to this. Ding ding.
Броня не пробита.
I want to stay because I don't trust these guys. Okay, I guess I should have, but look at, oh my gosh. I don't even know where to go. It's bad everywhere. I think I need to get, there's just way too much red over this side. What? Come on, how did I not even hit that guy at all? He seems to have invisible armor. Really? Wow, that was a bunch of BS. You guys see that? I got some weird stuff going on tonight with penetration. Oh my gosh. Our team is almost completely dead.
Есть пробитие. Готов.
This Chinukai, I think he's cheating. That is really weird. You guys saw that, right? I mean, that was like a bunch of crap. This is unbelievable. I mean, this is just unbelievable. This team completely crumbled.
Уничтожен.
We got going on down here. Oh my gosh, more. What is going on with my gun?
Пробитие. Есть попадание.
I mean, I know this thing's inaccurate, but it's not that inaccurate. Are we surrounded or something? I've never seen so many bullets disappear in my life. That was really, really bizarre.
Есть пробитие.
Ugh. Man, these guys are terrible.
Пробитие. Попадание.
Oh, that broke his track. This crew is getting fired after this battle. I mean, this is like a top crew I've got. I can't believe how bad these are. This is my I think IS-3 or something like that. I mean, I honestly, of course, I don't play this tank that much, but what's funny is it's turning into a great battle anyway. But weird stuff with the gun. Yep. The unshootable Chinukai. Wow, nice hit. How much time we got? 10 minutes? Okay. Oh my gosh, they all went that way. I guess if I had XVM loaded, I would have known that, but... Good save. All right, so we're going to move across. Obviously, this guy's over here somewhere. That was an unbelievable game. With some weird stuff. I mean, really, that boggles the mind. You saw. I mean, you were watching. I fired at that guy like 7 times. Point blank, nothing between him and me. He's directly visible, and my bullets just disappeared. And then again at the other tank, it happened twice. Very bizarre. Very bizarre. Very. What does this guy do? Well, let's leave the base open. What the heck? Some of these players. Golly. Oh, now that's funny. He must have felt safer there, but... Yeah, that's how it should work. Okay, great. Save the day. Yeah, not bad. I wasn't even the top scorer. The M4s did better and the T49, but yeah, we did okay, you know? I mean, that was... Look at all the damage I did. I mean, that's a nice damage roll there. And spotting damage and all that good stuff. Next. All right, T14. Thinner armor, but good armor. It's very bouncy. The back of the tank is the weakest spot. It's hard to hit it through the side. It's got a lot of spaced armor with those tracks. The front bounces, of course, it's got this really weak machine gun port, so you got to watch that. But this tank will bounce a lot of shots. It's decent for hull down. The only thing I don't like about it is that the crew does not match up with any of the higher tier American heavy tanks. So it has a strange crew loadout. Now, I believe it fits the T1HT and the M6. But after that, I don't think so, actually. I think it's different. I don't have to look again, but it's weird. It doesn't fit the T29 crew quite right, and it doesn't fit the M103 crew quite right. So that's kind of aggravating, but I'm sure it's historically accurate or whatever. The gun on this tank is absolute poopy squirt. 89 penetration. It's not slow. It's every 3.5 seconds. That's not too bad. Decent amount of damage, but really you're going to bounce a lot of shots with this gun. It's a lot like the Excelsior, actually. It reminds me very much of the Excelsior. About the same speed, about the same mobility, about the same armor, except for the back is weak instead of the sides. But it's a decent tank. A lot of guys love this thing. I don't. I like it, but I don't love it. I feel like it's a little underpowered. And right through my track. If you angle, though, like I said, the armor is great. It's got decent angled armor. But you can see it's just bounce after bounce. Once in a while I get lucky and I actually hit something, but even hitting weak spots doesn't do it. It's like boink. 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 We didn't penetrate them. So you kind of have to go to, oops, gold. Oh, you broke my gun. And I really won't be able to do it. Yeah. I think is he derping it? It looks like a derp round explosion. Come on, guys. No. I still can't hit him. This tank is just so bad. Wow, somebody hit him really, really hard. You can see I'm waddling around up here. And he knows I'm coming, but... Hey! Oh, now I'm stuck. Yay. Yay me. Can I push him? Yeah, I gotta... no. Oh, this sucks. Gonna rock it out. Wow. We took this one handily. So you can see here, one of the downsides, of course. Oh, my driver's dead. I'm like, it's really slow turning. Well, yeah, because the driver's dead. And we'll fix that. So this battle just cost me $10,000. But that could happen in any tank. That's not just this tank. Ugh. We're losing on the other side there, so we need to hurry this up. But like I said, you can see the issue with the gun being just total crap. Oh yeah, and just like the Excelsior, preferential matchmaking, tiers 5 and 6. This tank really sucks on tier 6. But Hellcats are soft, so I can deal with those. As long as they don't shoot me. I better hurry up and... This is really dumb on my part. Look at how I'm angled. Broadsiding them. Shoot me. Please. I got a lot of health left, though. I'm not too worried about it. Now I am. Nice miss. Boop. Can I get up this? Nope. Nope. So, have to go around the long way. And so I think this brings us to the end of our evening. And I can't even get up here. Gosh dang it. I'm getting on cap. I'm going to start it now. It's a really close game, actually. Oh, nice miss, bonehead. And of course, I'm at a good angle for him to hit me. You're going to get tired of hearing that with this tank. I'll tell you what, that is the one thing I absolutely hate about this tank. When you can't penetrate a tank destroyer, it's really sad, you know. With a heavy tank gun, I mean, that's the one thing that detracts from this tank. Other than that, it's pretty darn cool, actually. Anyone else want to get up here and help me with this Hellcat? I'm going to switch over to gold. Yeah, you guys are morons. Thank you for covering me. Yeah. Yep. So these guys sat down there the whole time, and they could have had, been helping me kill these guys. But welcome to teamwork on World of Tanks. So now we lose. Good job, guys. No cover whatsoever. No help whatsoever. Anyway, yeah, that's the T14. Personally, I don't want to say I hate the T14. I don't. I like it. But because of the fact that it doesn't match up with the Cruise and it doesn't have enough penetration, I don't know. It's got really good armor, though. But I just don't like it. It's not my favorite tank, for sure. I play it once in a while, but I don't ever go to it when I'm looking for fun. I don't know. And the Excelsior, I do. And it seems like the Excelsior is actually more lame in some circumstances, because the Excelsior has that flat-fronted, turret that's pretty easy to penetrate and really soft sides, but it's more mobile, definitely turns faster. So it seems like we probably could flank a little better with it so that the gun is actually useful. And the gun on these tanks is very similar, too. The gun on this one does 92 pen. The gun on the Excelsior does 91. So they're very close. But anyway, between these three premium tanks, I'd say the Churchill III is the best, hands down. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this mega review of all these tanks, and like the new format of playing instead of sitting in the garage. And hopefully you found it interesting and useful information for any of the tanks that you're interested in buying. So have a great night, and I will talk to you soon. Please subscribe. Bye.